give so there comes a point uh in never mind, I forgot what I was going to say. There comes a point in time in every man's life when he can't remember what he named the episode, so we'll just call this one episode 15. And I think it said some days are just like that, or no, some days are tough. So man, freaking representing for one of the homies, built different. This is one of my friends, Alex, his brand. And man, sometimes people just get on your nerves. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Sometimes I get on. That's right. So I was on a call with somebody the other day, and I just didn't have anything motivational to say. So I was like, dude, look, I'm not sugarcoating anything for you. Life sucks sometimes. It just bees that way, right? It's just that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna fill your head with all that rah rah stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like that actually like is sometimes like counterproductive. Um, kind of always creating that false sense of positivity. Sometimes you just have to weather the storm, right? Sometimes you just have to go through life, and you just have to keep pushing through the mud. You have to remain consistent. One of the things that I've found through remaining consistent, or like that's where you have a lot of grit that's built. That's where you develop a lot of um, you know uh, fortitude, right? That's where you get forged in the fire whenever life presents you with these challenges, and you don't back off of the plan. You continue to whatever the journey is in, right? Whether it's tracking your nutrition, whether it's hitting the gym. If you don't want to go to the gym and you go anyway, you're not going to leave the gym and say, man, I wish I didn't do that, right? You'll leave with an addition, like with a new sense of pride, proud of the fact that you went and did what you said you were going to do. You held yourself accountable. You stayed consistent. You did the things that most people would have just not done, right? So that's been an interesting and beautiful part to life for myself, is that I've found that there's been so many situations where I just wanted to quit. I just wanted to give up. But you continue to keep pushing through, and through that process, what that does is it's not just about getting through to the other side. It's developing that thick skin, and then in that moment is where compounding interest takes place. It's like you spend so much time getting to like a whether it's a financial goal or a fitness goal or whatever, and then it just gets to a point where like things just like if you're just multiplying and like stacking up ones and ones and ones, that's one thing. But once you stack up like to um a certain amount, and then you're using that money to invest into something else, and then you're using this other money to invest, and it like and then you start to see the fruits of like all these different investments start to take place in your life. And that's where that's kind of where I'm at right now, is like I feel like I have nothing, right? Like I feel like there's not a whole lot um, of savings, right? But I'm so invested into so many different things and so many different communities and so many different projects and so many different like, um, opportunities, or just like things that I've been presented with, and then being able to take advantage of that and use that, and then continuing to invest and stay consistent with all these different things. You're creating a base, right? Like you're creating this what's the word that I'm looking for? Capacity is the word that I'm looking for. You're building and you're setting yourself up for the capacity to be able to handle this workload. um and through that, when you build that capacity, you really find out what you're capable of. You're always reaching, to see your full potential. If you're not stressing yourself out enough, if you're not, and what I mean by stressing yourself out enough, if you're not applying yourself to the fullest, you're never going to be able to figure out how much further you could go, right? Like if you never break the muscle down all the way, the muscle's just not going to grow. Like you have to break the muscle down and then you have to feed it. So like if you're not taking adequate rest and if you're not doing, adequately training or, then you're just going to set yourself back further. But regardless, if you just stay consistent, you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. You're going to make these mistakes. You're going to fall short. Things aren't going to be perfect. You're going to get kicked in the mouth. People are going to say negative things about you. People are going to, and that's fine. That's just part of the process, dude. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I just kind of wanted to get on here. I kind of wanted to vent a little bit, and talk about how the days just sometimes are just tough. So there's a lot of people out there that are struggling right now. So if you are struggling, never hesitate to reach out. There are several people that I put out a message, I put out a video for suicide prevention and stuff like that. I've had several people reach out, behind that video, and dude, that is impact for me. When I look at a video and I have, let's say, so like I just hit 20,000 followers on Instagram yesterday or something like that. When I have 20,000 followers and a video that I share hits like 50,000 or 54,000 or whatever views aren't so much the impact for me. It's seeing the share, seeing the bookmark, seeing the saves, seeing the comments, seeing those are the things that are impact for me. For myself, I search for these like small wins. So like I was struggling in that point in time whenever I made that video as well. Like there's just several parts of life that where like it's just like, man, dude, like am I really making an impact? Do people really care about what I have to say? Do people like these? And these are just parts of the part of what I go through, right? With that mental health battle, right? And there's just like a ton of people that are going through the same thing, and I'm just like, oh man, there's no way that like, but people are, dude, like, and people care, and people want to talk, or people, might be scared to talk, but if you don't go first, sometimes you just have to go first. And I try to be that. I try to be that beacon. I try to be that light. I try to be that. I'm not going to say fearless, but it may appear fearless. Of being able to go first. I don't have a problem with jumping first. I don't have a problem with being the first one to jump in. Like, and I'll do that, man. I'll do that for you. I'll do that for somebody else. There's some situations that came up recently where, dude, like powerful people, they confront things. They have conversations. They have uncomfortable, they have hard conversations. Powerful people have hard conversations. If you can't stick up for yourself, if you can't tell people, hey man, I don't agree with this or whatever, then you're never going to get anywhere in life. Like if you can't, set those boundaries for yourself, people are never going to respect you. So the way that I do my best to attack business, and the way that I do my best to attack life is like I try to not hold back. I try not to filter myself too much. I mean, I try to watch some of the profanity, because sometimes like people will not receive you properly if you're too aggressive with the way that you come out or whatever. And I know that I can be aggressive sometimes. So being able to pay attention to a situation and know, I don't want to say, but like something like a person's love language of like, you can't talk to this person aggressively. Like you can talk to me aggressive. One of two things is going to happen. I'm going to pay attention. Like you're going to catch my attention, or I'm going to light you back up. So, but if you're bringing in intensity, a person that brings intensity, you have to expect intensity in return, right? And that's what I try to pull out of people. Is I try to show people what they're capable of. I try to show people, hey man, you've got something inside of you that wants to fight. You got something inside of you that's capable of more. You've got something inside of you that wants more. But you have to bring that to light, and only you can do that. And sometimes you get that by being around a certain type of people, right? You get that by being around a certain type of people that show you what the top looks like. Like I was talking to somebody today. I was talking to Andy, and Andy, I know he's super busy and stuff like that, but like every once in a while, I just try to shoot him a message and let him know how much I appreciate him, and let him know how much um that he inspires me, and that like he helps people even whenever, like whenever he didn't even know me and I didn't know who he was. That like it was in those times that like I heard the second that I heard his voice, I was like, man, this dude is freaking powerful, dude. This dude is like the way that he talks, and it's like, the way that his intensity level is and stuff like that. He doesn't give a shit about what other people think or whatever. And and the reality of it is he does care, but knowing how to take what what people might use against you and then use that for fuel. That's a beautiful way of being able to take something negative and turn it into something positive and making it work for you. It's kind of like how I take things from my past and stuff like that, and then try to, I do my best to make them work for me. They didn't happen to me; they happened for me. Like everything that took place in my life, it didn't happen to break me down. If it broke me down, that's just my perspective that's jacked up. Right. So like whenever you surround yourself with a certain level or a certain type of being, certain type of individual, a certain quality of human, they're going to show you, that what you're capable of. They're going to show you what you can see. And where I was going with that was like, I messaged Andy and I'm like, hey man, dude, I just want you, I gotta let you know something, dude. Keep showing those cars, dude. Like, keep showing your garage. Keep showing what your freaking like what your gym looks like, dude. That shit inspires me. But I also like what I also need is I need you to keep talking about that piss stain mattress that you slept on, the 10 years of business where you didn't get shit in return, the 10 years of business that you slept in the back of your freaking store, dude. Like that's the grit that shows me that you can come from nothing, that you can go from investing everything that you have into something and then turning it into something, right? So, man, so I'm gonna shut this down with this, dude. I wanted to keep these kind of short right now. I just want to kind of get back on track with making things happen, dude. I'm setting these small goals. I'm setting micro goals. I'm creating the vision, and then I'm executing on it, right? So like I'm trying to do a few of these a week. I'm working on right now Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, somewhere around this time, somewhere between the 7 and 8 time frame. And so I'm going to do my best to put out a schedule for y'all, so that way like y'all can be able to follow. Y'all can be able to like come on here and be able to be ready and be aware for the live content. So man, thank y'all again for tuning in. Thank you for the engagement. Don't forget to share it. I don't care if you hit the like button or whatever, but if you paid attention to it, if you got any kind of value out of it, like Andy says on Real AF, man, pay the fee, dude. Freaking help me share this, help me grow this. Like I'm not running ads, I'm not freaking spamming y'all or anything like that, dude. I simply work off of organic and authentic growth. So that's what I need from y'all. I wouldn't be here without y'all. I appreciate you. I love you, and I hope y'all have a great day. Well, day's freaking over, dude. But next tomorrow, the night. Hope you get some good sleep. All that. I'm out. Boom. Let's go.